This is National Native News. I'm Jill Freitas. More than 400 athletes from over 100 communities gathered in Anchorage over this year's Native Youth Olympics, held April 16th through the 18th at the Alaska Airlines Center. Among them was Mila Neely, a sophomore at Juneau Douglas High School in Juneau, or Yada Akeshle. But for Neely, the competition went beyond physical strength. She is a citizen of the Cherokee Nation with family roots in Oklahoma, where her ancestors, including her great-great-great-great-grandmother, were forced to walk the Trail of Tears. When she was 9 years old, she retraced that history alongside her father and great-grandfather.
It's kind of like undescribable to stand where your ancestors stand, and for me, Quawatla was while she was walking the Trail of Tears, she would have been thinking of me. And that's just a really crazy feeling.
Neely says that experience continues to shape how she approaches the games.
For the games, especially when I'm doing seal hop, I'll be like, my grandma walked the Trail of Tears, I can make it to the end.
She also sees connections between Cherokee traditions and Alaska Native values, rooted in community strength.
For our ancestors, you really just wanted other people to do good, because if they don't do good, then their family might go hungry.
For Neely, every event carries a deeper purpose.
I hope I'd be making her proud, kind of make my ancestors proud, and keep our culture alive.
She says she's competing not just for herself, but for the generations who came before her and those still to come. For the second year in a row, the Trump administration is proposing to end all funding for the nation's tribal colleges and universities, or TCUs. As Brian Bull of Buffalo's Fire reports, administrators are rallying against the proposal.
The American Indian Higher Education Consortium has blasted the White House's proposed cuts, saying it's deeply concerned that the Trump budget for fiscal year 2027, quote, does not align with the administration's stated policies to support rural America and expand access to higher education. But Wanda Parisian, president of Turtle Mountain Community College in Belcourt, North Dakota, says this renewed call is a disheartening prospect.
Our programs are going to be cut, so we're going to have fewer students. If we have fewer students, we're not going to have the money to pay our instructors.
Another tribal institution of higher learning is Niueta, Hidatsa, and Sauknish Community College in Fort Berthold. Its president, Twyla Baker, says she and other administrators will be working with congressional representatives to challenge this proposed cut.
Our representatives are highly cognizant of the fact that we are economic drivers in our communities. The TCUs, we generated $3.8 billion for the U.S. economy and supported over 40,000 jobs in healthcare and government and retail.
Besides the disruption caused should the cuts to tribal colleges and universities be implemented, tribal administrators say it'd be a violation of the federal government's trust and treaty obligation to tribes. Tommy K. Phillips is president of Sitting Bull College in Fort Yates, North Dakota. She's cautiously optimistic the funding cuts will be thwarted eventually.
I believe that we will get the funding. It just doesn't make sense for them not to fund us. We make do with what we have if we have to. Our ancestors went through worse things, and we will always be okay.
The proposed cut to tribal colleges and universities comes to roughly $160 million and includes TCUs, institutes operated by the Bureau of Indian Education, technical colleges, and scholarships. It came through the U.S. Interior Department, helmed by former North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. A request for comment on the proposal to Secretary Burgum was not answered. For National Native News, I'm Brian Bull.
And I'm Jill Freitas.
National Native News is produced by Koahnic Broadcast Corporation with funding by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Support by the Gathering of Nations Powwow. The last dance is this April 24th and 25th at Expo, New Mexico. Gone's last horse rider and regalia parade takes place at 4 p.m. both days. Tickets at gatheringofnations.com and at the gates.
Support by Sonosky Chambers Law, championing tribal sovereignty and Native American rights since 1976. From opioids litigation to treaty rights to tribal self-governance. With offices in Washington, D.C., New Mexico, California, and Alaska. Sonosky Chambers Law.
Native Voice One, the Native American Radio Network.